Hello everybody and welcome to this special edition midweek video. This video is intended mainly for Group C of Section 11 and Section 15 because your meeting is not until next Tuesday and that might put you just a little bit behind. So what I'm going to cover today is basically an abbreviated version of the lecture we've had this week. Um, so for those of you who have seen the lecture or been in class already, you can just disregard this or feel free to watch if you want to. It doesn't matter. At any rate, what you'll see on Module 5 is at the very top, there is a thing called Fall into Healthy Behaviors. All right, that's our new behavior change project. There are 4 documents listed there. The 2 of them, one each is a walking program and then a couch to 5K running program. And that's just for your information if you want to use that in some goal setting or helping you achieve better physical wellness dimension. The other 2 documents are Fall into Healthy Behaviors packet and then a Fall into Healthy Behaviors checklist. Right now, all I want you to do is look at those and be familiar with them, read the instructions in the packet. Nothing is due this next week on that, okay? Or this week. We're going to start that on September 28th, and it will run for 6 weeks, and you'll be finished up on November 8th. So what you'll see in that checklist, and I'm sorry I don't have a printed copy in front of me, but you can just download that and pull it up and look at it. There are 8 different areas associated with wellness, and there are 7 days of the week. So there's 56 boxes in there. Those boxes are for you to make little notes, put a check mark in there if you've addressed that behavior that day. So each module, you're going to get a checklist and a journal. All right, and that is to be used throughout the week. And you don't have to go be checking 56 boxes. All right, read those instructions. The first week, your goal is just to check 12. And that goes up every week until you hit a maximum of a goal of 25 check marks. So that just means you're addressing one of those 8 or several of those 8 behaviors. And so you can do the math. You can, 5 days of exercise, 5 days of diet. That's 10 check marks, and then 2 days of sleeping. You can look at that and just mix and match however you want to do it. On the journal, you'll need to write. Just answer those questions in the journal. What is going to happen with that? That's how you're graded, is on your writing. If you set some lofty goals and you don't quite hit them or you mess up, something happens to cause you to backslide on your goal, that's okay. You're not graded on your success or your failures toward that goal. You're graded on how you plan it out and how you deal with obstacles and roadblocks and successes. And so just follow the writing on the journal. You should be fine. Most of you are writing very, very well, so keep it up. Some of you could maybe use a little bit of help writing, all right? So look at what it says. If it says describe or discuss, it's going to take several sentences to get your point across. Incomplete sentences, bad grammar, listing and bullet points, things like that, you're going to get counted off. Now, I'm not going to be grading all of these. I'll be grading some of them. I've got graduate assistants that are helping to grade these. They're in the psychology department. They may or may not have ever had this class before. They definitely haven't had this assignment before. So they really don't have any clue what you're talking about. So you need to write well enough that they can read it and understand what you're trying to say and understand what you're doing. So if your writing is good and thorough and some good thought, some good effort put into it, you'll get a good grade on it. All right, so that's about it on the Fall into Healthy Behaviors. So again, nothing due this week. That will begin next week. Start looking at those, the checklist. figure out what a couple of areas you want to be working on, read the packet. It directs you a little bit. And then each week in each module, you'll get the checklist and the journal. All right, so that'll be there for you to write on, upload it back to Blackboard. All right, what else we did in class was the heart rate exercise on page 19 of your manual. All right, that's it right here. All right, so if for some reason you don't have this book, there is a different type worksheet attached to Module 5. You can use either one. It really doesn't matter to me. So briefly, what you're going to do, if you've not already done this, is you need to take your resting heart rate. So after you've been sedentary for a few minutes, 5-10 minutes, go to the radial pulse, the carotid pulse, count how many beats you feel in 60 seconds. All right, that's your resting heart rate, or your RHR. The next one is your maximum heart rate. You're just going to take the number 220, subtract your age from it. So that is your theoretical maximum heart rate. It's pretty close. Then you're just going to subtract resting from the maximum. All right. And then that gives you something called heart rate reserve. And this takes into account your fitness level. The more fit you are, the lower the resting heart rate is. So that this formula would need to be adjusted for your level of fitness. So now you've got three numbers: resting heart rate, max heart rate, and heart rate reserve. Then you'll skip down to this box right there. If I can do this backwards in the camera, doing pretty good. Just follow these formulas right here. A lot of people seem to mess this up, but it's pretty easy. You just take the heart rate reserve, multiply it by 0.5, and then add the resting heart rate back in and put that number right here. Or actually, right here. And you'll repeat that again for 0.6 and 0.85. So that gives you heart rate training zones for 50% of your max heart rate, 60%, and 85. Why do we do those numbers? All right, when you're reading chapter 4, you'll notice that there's something called a threshold. You need to get the cardiovascular system up to a certain level so that you're progressively overloading it and that you would get some kind of benefit from exercise. 50% is probably about the lowest number where you're going to get some benefit. 85%, that's pretty vigorous. That's about as high as most people can go without going in to different energy systems that we're not really wanting to train. We're wanting to just focus on cardiovascular. So that would be the reason for the 50 to 85%. And you just fill everything else out. And you can, on this one or the other sheet, you can either upload it to Blackboard. Some people have done that. I will accept photos of this, so you can do it. If you do it that way, please write legibly and give me a good clear photo so I can see it, check your numbers. And that's about it. Now, this video does not preclude you from coming to class next Tuesday. We will be meeting Tuesday. Let's see, it is Wednesday. So we got 2 groups in tomorrow, 2 groups in Friday, and then 2 more groups in the following Tuesday. So I hope this video is helpful. Get to work. See y'all in class. Bye.